What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we have what I think is going to be kind of a fun one today. So we are talking about the original 1 Million Eau de Toilette, but we're not just talking about that. We're talking about the Parfum flanker, and we're also talking about the Elixir flanker. So how well and closely related are they to the original, and are they better? Is the original still the way to go? Is the Parfum better? Is the Elixir better? Some people will differ, but we're going to set this record straight on what I think is the best, because you might be surprised to know what I think is the best. We're going to compare them in scent and performance, and we'll give it an overall rating and pick a winner. So stay tuned. So starting with the original 1 Million, I sprayed this one on my arm last night because I knew I wanted to do this video. Just kind of a walk down memory lane. Bubblegum, cinnamon spice, playfully sweet. Former king of the club years ago, back when I used to still go out to bars, this was popular. The latter years of me going out to bars anyways. This was very popular, and look, it's a very nostalgic pick for a lot of people. It spawned a ton of flankers, which we're talking about the two main flankers. In my opinion, at the recording of this, they're available on the market, and it still smells really good. Is it a little dated? Not really, but it's so youthful. I just don't see too many guys my age enjoying this one all that much, but then again, I do like my fair share of sweet fragrances, so that's kind of hard to say at the same time, right? So if you're looking for just, you know, that 2010s era of clubbing scent, that is what 1 Million is all about. Sweet bubblegum, cinnamon spice, soft woods, very sweet, youthful, and juvenile. In regards to the Parfum, the newest acquisition in the line for me personally, this is a much richer, higher oil concentration. Does have that bubblegum feel, that playful juvenile tone, sweetness of the original. Not so much on the spice though. Has more of a tuberose floral creaminess, slight sunscreen vibe, believe it or not. For as sweet as this is, I'm kind of digging this one in the summertime. Little touch of spice hiding in the backdrop, but this more so has this almost cocoa butter, coconut sunscreen type of feel, the way there's tuberose and I believe solar notes and all these wacky notes in here. Bottom line, it does relate to the 1 Million scent profile. I do get that playful bubblegum sweet type. This is my wife's favorite one. Over Lucky, over Privé. She's never smelled Royal. I've smelled Royal. Over the original, over the Elixir, which she's a big fan of that one as well, but if my wife's picking a winner, it's definitely this one. She loves the way this one smells. But believe it or not, for as sweet bubblegum as this is, I feel like you can get away with it in the heat. I've been wearing it. It's been over 90 degrees every day. Admittedly, not high humidity, but I haven't been doing more than 4 sprays. I did wear 4 sprays in the last couple of days with this one, and it's an absolute joy to wear. I would say if you like the original, this is a true higher oil concentration flanker to it. Is it the best blend for it being the Parfum flanker? I don't know, that's very subjective, but I think they did a really good job, and I think this one's kind of underappreciated. In regards to 1 Million Elixir, this is a lot of people's favorite. This is a lot of people's favorite, and I have to say it's up there for me too. This one's really good. Davana, apple, vanilla, tonka bean, there's a cedarwood feel, a hint of rose. There's some thickness to this rose smell. It's on the fresher side, don't get me wrong, but great cooler weather, beautiful fragrance. Like I said, a lot of people would pick this one as the best of the line, and fair, absolutely fair. Getting the Parfum kind of throws a wrench in the thing, because all 3 of these are good. You really can't go wrong. I would encourage you getting the original, or at least trying the original, before you dive into the flankers to kind of understand where they were going with a lot of these, because these two in particular, the Parfum and the Elixir, tie very closely into the DNA, more so than Lucky and Privé and such. And the Cologne flanker, which smells nothing like 1 Million. It smells like Invictus Aqua with a synthetic rose, you know? That one's omitted from this as well. These 3 are here because these 3 tie directly to one another, and this is not quite as youthful and juvenile, at least in like, it doesn't have all the spice, just a little bit of the spice, as compared to the Parfum and the Eau de Toilette, but it's a powerhouse. This one's really strong. I would say this is probably the strongest of the three. It's the longest lasting by far. Kind of on par with the Parfum for projection and sillage. But this one, you got to like, whenever you take your shower, that's when it's going to be off of your skin. So, I mean, we'll talk about performance more in a moment. But this is very, very sweet. Still has some earthy florals to it, which kind of gives it a more rich and slightly matured character versus the other two. But like I said, there's a lot of people that will argue that this is the best one. But across the board, they all have that youthful, playful sweetness to it, with the Elixir being probably the most mature because it's got osmanthus and rose to kind of ground it and give it a little bit more of a mature vibe for being a 1 million flanker. So performance, this is a... What year did I get this bottle? It's not super old, but it's not weak. People say reformulated. I barely get 6 hours. I get like 8 hours out of this. You know, it's not, like I said, it's not a super old bottle, but it's not a brand new bottle either. I've had it for a few years. About 8 hours longevity. Very strong for about 2 hours. Sillage on the denser side. You're going to smell this one. This one's easy to pick up. No room for discovery here. You'll smell it. At least on my skin, you will smell it if I walk by you. Now, in regards to the Parfum, much stronger. Projection's on the heavy side. Sillage is on the slightly heavy side. Not overwhelming. After about 2 hours, it does calm down a good bit, but it's still pretty easy to smell at that point. And then it's like a 10 to 12 hour fragrance on my skin. So performance is no slouch with the Parfum. The Elixir, about as loud as the Parfum. Maybe not as loud, but it's pretty hard to tell the difference. They're both really freaking loud for 2 hours. It's 2 to 3 hours, really. Just loud. You got to go easy on the sprays. Heavy spray these, you're gonna ruin the wearing experience for yourself. It's gonna be cloyingly sweet and just too much. Whereas longevity, 12 plus hours. This is a beast in longevity. And then the sillage is definitely on the stronger side. This is another one that's so easy to pick up when you're wearing it. If I walk by you wearing this, no matter how many hours I've had it on, you're going to smell it. If you breathe through your nose at all when I pass by, my sillage will hit your nose and you will smell it. So I would say, based on the way we talked about them, is the strength. While the Parfum, I think, does project a little bit stronger, this one lasts a little bit longer. So overall, the strongest performer, I guess, would be the Elixir. So all three kind of fit similar settings, where the Parfum, I think, is the one that oddly has something to offer for summertime, though still not the greatest option because it's so sweet. But if I had to just pick one, if I was just picking one of the three between the Eau de Toilette, the Parfum, and the Elixir, oh, believe it or not, I think the Parfum's the one for me right now. I'm having a current love affair with 1 Million Parfum. It's just something about it, those odd nuances of tuberose, for example, mixed with 1 Million's DNA. Still having that youthful, juvenile bubblegum sweetness with this typically feminine, creamy white floral tone that offers a little bit of a sunscreen feel in its DNA as well. It's just an odd combination, and I could see how it'd be off-putting for some, but I find it charming. It's very attractive to me. Again, it's my wife's favorite one, so I was very surprised that she likes it as much as I do. So if I'm just picking one in this situation, believe it or not, the one for me, the one that gets the seal of approval from TLTG Reviews that I recommend you get your nose on and give a chance, is 1 Million Parfum. Kind of an interesting review slash battle slash comparison where I actually did pick a clear-cut winner. Don't get me wrong, you can't go wrong with any of them, and if the Elixir is your favorite, I totally get it, because before I got the Parfum, the Elixir was kind of 1A and 1B with Privé. But where I stand right now, because I've always held the Privé flanker on a pedestal, it's always been my favorite version of 1 Million. It's just something about this weird flanker called 1 Million Parfum that just does it for me. I encourage you to try this one. It might surprise you. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. What's your favorite version of 1 Million? Are you still a big fan of the original? Nothing wrong with that. Do you like neither of these? Is Royal, the newest one, is that your jam? Are you still a 1 Million Lucky guy? Is Privé King of the Mountain? Let me know. I'm curious on what's your favorite version of 1 Million. Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the three we featured, but especially the Parfum, in my opinion, you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.